It's your boy Yule.
I'm Margaret, and this is Can We Talk About It?
The show where she tries to say that.
Listen, our 2020 new things. I want to be the one to say this show name. No. That's what I think we can talk about it. I think it's negotiable. I don't know. We're gonna. All right.
I think we'll be in the same position next year.
We're doing a year in review. We couldn't decide on like an adjective for like our little roundup. We like best, most amazing, funniest, whatever. We can.
Yeah.
So
we compiled kind of a random list, and I don't think there's a category that really sums it all up. So this is our 2019 year in review.
Year in review.
All right. Yes. So it's an interesting year.
Yeah. If you had to like sum up this year in one word or like a phrase, what do you think?
2019, the year that was way too long.
It was a fucking long ass year.
It was. Like some of these things that we went over on the list, I was like, that happened this year, and I felt like I did a lot of that.
Yeah.
So,
I think part of it was because a lot of things that happened in 2018 sort of just dragged over into 2019, and then, but not in a way where it was plateauing. It was like it just continued to develop and develop and develop. We're like sick of these stories. I think it was a year for redefinition. You know?
Yeah, okay.
And I'll tell you what I mean. I feel like certain words took on different meaning in 2019, and one of those words was unbreakable.
Oh,
unbreakable.
Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Are you speaking specifically about Ray J?
I may be speaking about Ray J.
And his unbreakable glasses.
Unbreakable?
This was Yule's favorite moment of 2019.
Absolutely.
So we're starting to list off hot.
Yes, because when Ray J came in with the utmost confidence and told Speedy that his glasses were quote unquote unbreakable.
Unbreakable?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the confidence I want to go into 2020 with, to be honest. I want to be like, listen, I don't care if I'm wrong. If I know I'm wrong, I'm going in like, listen, my spirit right now is unbreakable.
Unbreakable?
All right, so...
It's good energy.
Yeah, I know, right? So everybody, strive to be like Ray J in one aspect, but not the rest of his entire life. Seek his confidence and not his everything else.
What about Elon Musk?
Elon Musk did a lot this year. I didn't hear about most of that, to be honest.
Well, that's okay, because I didn't hear about the thing that Yule is going to talk to you guys about.
Oh, about the Cybertruck?
Yeah, I didn't hear shit about the Cybertruck.
Is built like kind of like a futuristic car, but it also looks kind of like a prototype of a car. Like you don't think this would be the last step of what it would look like, and I think it's amazing. But it came out with this bulletproof-esque shell and windows that were also deemed to be quote unquote unbreakable.
Unbreakable?
Until they were
broken.
Yeah. Not once, but twice in the demonstration.
This is maybe gonna blow y'all's mind because I had no idea about this. They have something called car shows. Did you know that?
Margaret had to be introduced to the concept of car shows.
People watching right now who are also like, "What is a car show?" I didn't know what it was. Yeah, so the Tesla Cybertruck was not, in fact, unbreakable. It was actually broken twice.
Yes.
So go ahead. I'll just let you take this one.
It's a really cool looking car though. Because it just is just so different from anything else we've seen, and so it pretty much they had put a whole bunch of pre-orders out for it. I think it's like sold out till the end of time already.
Still?
Yeah, I don't like it's not even out yet, and people have like pre-ordered like 1 million of them. It's ridiculous, but the Cybertruck. If you're getting that, let us know and
let us know.
Let us ride around in it and do a video. Let's talk about it.
Facts. Yeah. You know what else was really redefined this year?
What?
The concept of going above and beyond for your job, right? You know what I'm saying?
Have you gone above and beyond for your job recently?
Not in ways that compare to Andy King of Fyre Fest fame. So you all remember Fyre Festival, and they came out with 2 documentaries about it. We only watched one, but in my opinion, it was the better one. I didn't see the Hulu version, but the Netflix version had Andy King talking about how he sucked dick for water.
Yes.
During Fyre Festival.
And
he didn't actually do it, but he would have. He would have.
I mean, what a soldier.
He was
I came
down
there,
to
his
ride.
line, fully prepared. I was like, oh my God. This man.
Fully prepared. Listen. I think, I don't know if I'm making this up because it like just exists within my brain and like this scene replays and I constantly add new things to it. But didn't he say he like put mouthwash and everything?
I don't know, but let's just say he did. It's like, so I packed my bag with mouthwash and a toothbrush and overnight clothes.
Fully prepared.
For a nightcap. Yeah, but Andy King, see, now you have to go into 22 Andy with the confidence of Ray J and the loyalty and dedication. Nah, you don't. No one needs that much dedication.
Too much.
Especially not to
this
your
job is not your life.
Billy called and said, Andy, we need you to take one big thing for the team.
People who were really dedicated to their job, the animators on Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh my God.
So this was also not a story that I followed. A lot of things in 2019 had to be explained to me. This is when I realized this is the year that I'm really becoming disconnected from the youth. The youths.
The youthicist.
And fucking Yule, I know he looks like he's 12 years old, but he's actually older than me. He had to explain a lot of shit to me this year, and it was kind of
Mario lived under a rock.
Yes.
So Sonic the Hedgehog, it came out with this really gritty, okay, it's ugly, design of what Sonic looked like. It did not look anything like Sonic the Hedgehog we know and love. And so the internet ripped it to shreds until they bullied the studio to create a newer and improved Sonic the Hedgehog, which means that democracy works. And no, it was
so
just also bullying works. And
do you think that's a good thing? Do you think that set a good precedent?
I actually do. Most people think that like the studio caving is like a bad thing, but I think that it really just lets people know that they have a voice in something, and that I think it's gonna get the movie when it comes out a lot more viewership because people feel like the studio listens to them and they actually put time and effort into changing something. So good for them.
Yeah. So when does that come out?
That comes out.
You don't know.
In 2020.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't have a date for Sonic the Hedgehog.
We also had the first black hole was discovered.
We had the first image of the black hole, but I don't think we discovered black holes this year. But
I feel like I've been known about that. Maybe I'm like a space scientist.
Black holes?
You see how good I am? I don't even know what that's called. I was
space
space scientist. What is astronomist?
I work at NASA.
Is it an astronomist? Is that
Astronomer?
astrology?
Astrologers? Astrolomizers?
I knew about black holes before everybody else. No.
Astrono people.
So we got the first image of a black hole. That kind of surprises me too. I just feel like that's something they would have seen before. What does a black hole even look like?
It looks like a really dark resolution image of a Krispy Kreme donut.
Oh, delicious.
Yeah. I saw it and I was just like, what is this? This is like
frosted.
It looks blurry. That's really all you need to know.
Wow.
But it's interesting that we have the technology that we can see black holes.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah.
Also an interesting thing that happened with technology: Snapchat filters, right?
Oh my God.
Almost as important.
Yeah, definitely. Now that we can look like babies in the opposite gender.
Yeah.
Black holes shouldn't be as important to us anymore.
They shouldn't be, and they're not, because I didn't even know about that.
But you definitely knew about the Snapchat filters.
I'm like everything that is wrong with this generation. But it's weird because I feel like Snapchat has been like steadily dying out. Like I don't really think people use it that much anymore. I don't really use it, but I did re-download it so I could use these filters. So it's just, I feel like they're just like crazy idea, gender swap, like whatever. They're just like doing anything at this
throwing shit at the wall.
To essentially, they're like, what if we made people look like giant-headed babies, like whatever, like just because they don't know what else to do anymore.
You still also don't really use Snapchat. You take the filters from there and then you post it on Instagram.
Right.
Also, have you used Snapchat since the filters?
No.
Exactly. So it's still back to dying. Good try.
Yeah.
I think it all went downhill when you guys got rid of the hot dog. He was really the homie. And
facts. I do remember. You know what? I think that is actually around the time that I left
man.
Snapchat. That's crazy. Yeah. The hot dog. Yeah,
you had that loyalty.
Yeah.
Of Andy King. All right.
Yeah. Speaking of loyalty, how loyal are people for the cause? How down are people to ride for what they believe in? Yule thinks that y'all are fake. Yule's done with boycotting after 2019.
Yes.
We had the boycott of Gucci and continuous boycott of the NFL, which I think people kind of fell off the bandwagon on. Partially because of Brooklyn's finest, Jay-Z. Yes.
I mean,
you don't want to talk about that?
I mean, we can talk about it.
What is your what was your opinion on
I'm
that?
boycotting boycotts because we started with Gucci, right?
Right.
And it's like they came out with this negative connotation of black people. They had like kind of a caricature.
Like a Sambo.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
on their shirt. And people were like, yeah, we boycotting Gucci for like
Wasn't it the scarf?
2.5 weeks.
It was a scarf.
It was a scarf,
pulled up
right?
over your face and it had
Yeah.
a sample mouth.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was really bad.
It was bad.
See,
And
we don't
just,
even
like-
remember because people stopped making a big deal about it. But like that shit was like, what?
Bro, I mean, I remember like the last the Saturday Night Live episode
That just was with Eddie Murphy and
with
Lizzo.
Eddie Murphy and Lizzo this year. Lizzo was in a full print Gucci outfit, head to toe, and just like, oh, nobody said anything anymore because nobody
Yeah.
cares. So it's like all this fake outrage is just like, okay, I'm done with y'all.
Right.
I don't care about
But
anything
you
anymore.
still boycott the NFL.
I mean, yeah, because
You never watched
they
football.
fucking suck. No, I
You
did.
know.
I did. I was a Giants fan, and I'm better off boycotting. Okay.
So in some more positive news, a lot of the major a lot of the major fashion winners right now are black women. It's good to see. You know, we love it. Miss Teen USA, Miss America, Miss USA, Miss Universe, and Miss World. These are all different things.
Yes,
Which
Miss
is
America
interesting.
and Miss USA are two different things. Just
Yeah,
want
I
everybody
thought
to know
that was interesting. And Miss Universe versus Miss World. So World is the world. The universe is like you beating
Bigger than
out
that.
like alien bitches on other planets and shit.
Yeah,
That's
these alien
right.
bitches can't handle this.
That's right.
Can't handle.
That's right.
Black women out
No.
here. So y'all do y'all thing, sisters. Oh my gosh. Miss Universe.
A lot of hype this year also for the Popeyes versus ChickfilA chicken sandwich.
Which chicken sandwich was better?
So I'm not gonna lie, number one, this is like gonna be instance number 35 of me not knowing what the fuck is going on in this world. I thought Popeyes always had a chicken sandwich. I thought they always had. Why wouldn't Popeyes have a chicken sandwich? Like always. Why wouldn't that be a menu staple? You are a chicken spot. Why you not have a chicken sandwich? But whatever, they rectified it. Okay, so now they have a chicken sandwich. I didn't see the hype about it either.
Did you try it?
Yeah, I tried it on Flatbush. There was no line. There was nobody in that Popeyes, so maybe I just selected a bad Popeyes. But I tried it. I even got the spicy one, and I just felt like it didn't really have a lot of flavor to it.
Yeah, I think people really.
Overhyped that shit
I mean,
like crazy.
yeah, people ran with this one. Like,
Right.
it was like a battle of the chicken sandwiches. Chick-fil-A was like, yeah, we're better. And people was like making closed on Sunday jokes. And then Wendy's got involved. And then I think what KFC was like, we have chicken. I was like, oh my God, everybody shut the, like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I tried it.
Yeah.
It was lackluster. It was like, okay, at
But
best.
yeah, and I've had Chick-fil-A's chicken sandwiches before, and they're also like, you know, the only difference is that they got a little dash of homophobia on top. Otherwise, it tastes
exactly.
exactly the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does the homophobia make it taste better or?
Worse, yo.
Okay.
Worse. We're going into 2020 woke, okay?
All right. Cool.
Something else that got really overhyped, those steps in the Bronx that they used in the Joker film. That shit
Oh
was
my
crazy.
God.
Literally a month before that movie came out, that was like ground zero for the opioid epidemic in the Bronx.
Bro.
And now it's a
Like-
fucking Disney World tourist attraction. Shit is crazy.
Like, this is my thing. Of all the spots in New York that become like these tourist attractions, it's
Yeah.
like, this one can really get you killed.
For real.
This is like the first one I'm just like, all right, y'all really gonna go that far up
Yeah.
to see steps.
I know. And it's like, if you're not even a really good photographer, they're not going to look like the steps from the movie. They're going to look like any of the steps. Like, I feel like you could find a lot of... There's some steps on the fucking Upper East Side that are super similar. You could go there and be like, oh, good steps, but they're not. But, like, you're also not in the Bronx. So, I was actually, like, house hunting, apartment hunting in the Bronx.
Oh, my God.
A little bit
strong.
before the movie came out, and it's like, I was passing through that area, and it's crazy, like, the difference you see just in the aftermath of that movie versus before. Before it was like
The hood or what?
yeah.
I mean, is it not still?
No, it's still the hood, but it's like it seems more sanitized just by the presence of the tourists, and then of course you have cops there now. Like an excess amount of cops. They weren't there before. They didn't give a fuck. The thing
Interesting.
with the Bronx, I feel like the people in the Bronx, and I really admire this. They really come out strongly against gentrification. I feel like that's because they've watched all the other more desirable boroughs kind of fall to the will of these transplants moving in. And they're like, it's not going to happen here. You didn't want us before. You can't come now. So they really like...
Even gentrifiers are like, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And they were out there like fucking yelling at the people on the steps. Did you see that one guy? He made a video of like some guy who was like going on his bike down the steps, and it was like some kind of transplant tourist type. And the dude like fell, and he was just in the background of the video like, I knew it. It was mad funny. Right. But the Bronx has had a year because we also had the kidnapping of Carol Sanchez.
Carol. Jesus Christ. The 16-year-old girl that staged her own kidnapping so that she wouldn't have to go back to Honduras.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I felt bad for her.
Did you?
Yes, because who hasn't done like some stupid... When you're a teenager, you don't have the part of your brain developed where you think necessarily long-term consequences.
Probably kidnap myself. You didn't have that at 16? Because I don't know what hood you grew up in. I had a lot more than that at 16.
We don't, like... I don't think that she knew it would spiral that way. And why would she think so? Because they never look for black and brown girls who go missing in the Bronx. That shit happens every day.
She's like, they never look for black and brown girls. This is my chance. And then, like the one time, the whole world was looking for a black girl that got
right. And it wasn't. It's because, well, you know what? Honestly, it was the video. That video circulated. It's the same way that when that kid Junior got killed in the Bronx, that shit blew up because that video was so brutal. But that stuff happens a lot. You just don't have the video of it, you know?
Yeah.
And then it's like the aspect of her like getting kidnapped in front of her mom, and like it was just like very sensational. Yeah, it was dramatic.
Yeah, but it also leaves a bad taste in my mouth because like this stuff really happens, and then now people it sets a precedent for people to be like, yeah. It's another one of those.
It's
like whatever,
yeah.
And like not take the real problem seriously. So
thanks
a lot, Carol.
I do wonder what was going on in that household, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, what are you running away from?
Going back to Honduras.
I mean, Honduras is kind of in some shit right now. I don't know if I want to go back to Honduras.
Honduras versus the Bronx. Where you going?
I hate you so much.
I mean, it was like oh no, man.
Listen. All right. I mean, we do have problems of our own in the cities, like the fucking MTA cops bugging the fuck out. Because, they have been trying to crack down on fare evasion this year. So the MTA is in motion right now to spend $249 million on like
subway
new cops essentially to patrol the subway to save $200 million in fare evasion. Make it make sense.
All right. Like, there's so much wrong with this, right?
Yeah.
First off, the problem with policing is not fully addressed by the MTA. Mm-hmm. Like, they just want to add more cops. It's like, okay, this is my thing, right? If you're losing $200 million, right, because of fare evasion, right? You spend $250 million to try to solve the problem. Mm-hmm. Let's just say you get rid of half of that. Because you're not going to get rid of the full problem. I don't care how much money you spend. Right. So let's just say next year you save like $100 million. Now there's only $100 million if they're Asian. It still cost you $350 million now. Yeah. Yeah. To solve a problem
it doesn't. Yeah. I'm not good at math, but what he said makes a lot of sense to me. You heard also about like those cops. It was like 5 black and Latino cops in like the south of Brooklyn who came out and said that they were being told to target black and Latino males who were like hopping the turnstile, and then to let white and Asian turnstile hoppers go because they were soft targets. So then your cops ain't even cracking down on all the turnstile hoppers.
Well, firstly, I have to say one thing, and that's fuck the police. And because why? Because these cops come out after they're like retired and there's no consequences. Like
one of them was still on the force.
Okay.
Yeah, but
shout out to that one. Everybody else is like, where were the balls? Like, come on, bro.
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah, they even arresting the churro ladies. That made me sad.
That's just terrible.
Yeah,
they
ain't hurting anybody. If one of those cops try to say they ain't never bought a churro in the sub, come on, get the fuck out of here. We all done it. We all bought them churros.
I've actually never bought a churro in the subway.
That's weird.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it weird that I've never bought street food inside of a subway station?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Next you can tell me you never bought the mangoes either with your Caribbean ass. Okay. I know you bought
I
the
also
Subway
never bought
mangoes.
the
I know you
mangoes.
bought the Subway
I never
mangoes.
bought
You
those either.
Anyway. Let's talk about history. Let's talk about the
All right.
history we made in 2019.
All right, let's do it.
Old Town Road, longest running #1 record in Billboard history at
Yeah,
19
Lil Nas
weeks.
X. Let's get it.
I didn't
My
like
boy.
the song, but I liked what it represented.
Excuse me. What did you say?
It was not a good song. It's not a good song. We're gonna lie. We're gonna go into 2020 with lies. It was
How
not.
dare you?
I'm so
respect
happy for him.
Lil Nas X
I like him.
and Billy Ray Cyrus efforts to stop racism.
That's
How
bad.
could you? That was the greatest song that's ever been out, ever, anywhere. Okay? That's all I have to say about it.
You liked it better than anything off of
Yes.
Jesus is King?
Everything. Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Jesus is King. Oh, yeah. First off, yes. I thought you were about to say Jay-Z. I was like,
No,
yes,
no,
I was
no,
just
no.
going to run with it. But off of Jesus is King, that album was interesting.
I didn't listen to it, honestly.
Yeah?
Okay.
I mean, you did yourself a favor because unless you were like going to church or needed some easy listening, I don't think it was for everybody. And I feel like Kanye West has made a lot of interesting choices in his career. This one being at the top of the list.
Okay.
And did you know that he was going to edit all of his previous records to make them a little bit cleaner?
That's so interesting. That's a choice.
That's
It's a choice.
also, I really want to hear the Kids Bop version of Kanye songs. So
That's probably what his edited songs are going to sound like. So think about it.
What is Gold Digger gonna sound like? Anyways,
I ain't say she's a golden woman, not of God, but she ain't messing with no
heathens. Every song has just like the Jesus Walks beat over the background, like whatever. Anyways, who else we got to talk about in music this year?
Tekashi 6ix9ine. I know we had kind of had low key a thing where, did you ever hear about like some of the entertainment blogs? They were like, we're not going to cover the Kardashians anymore, like we're sick of it, but it was like almost impossible because the Kardashians are everywhere. That's how I felt about us with Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Facts.
Because we were on level with a successful entertainment blog that can pick and choose topics, but we also could not avoid the widespread grasp of Tekashi Snitch 9.
Yeah. Tekashi 6ix9ine, like you said, who is deemed to get out by mid next year because he gets time served and he got sentenced to 2 years.
Yeah.
So we'll be seeing that rainbow here soon.
That's nice.
Fortunately.
I'm interested to see what's gonna happen. I'm kind
And
of.
that's the problem.
It is. I want to see how he spins it.
How he spins his situation.
Yeah. Because if you built a whole career kind of like, I feel like we all knew that he wasn't actually gang, if you will. Like we knew he wasn't actually down, but he did kind of.
I don't think we all knew.
You don't
I think the
so?
real knew. And
Am I
then
the
everyone
real?
else was just like,
Am I the real?
I think the real and Margaret knew.
I felt like he always seemed like a kid in costume. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like this. I'm whatever. But like he still used that to build his image, like he said in court. That was probably like his more honest. Him being more honest about shit. So I'm interested to see how you could then kind of work with being painted as the exact opposite of the image that you originally created for yourself. You're a snitch. Yeah. You don't actually have any gang ties, and you were so scared of getting stabbed in prison or whatever, which is valid. Facts.
I mean, yeah, like it really is going to be interesting to see him like really adjust because now it's like you kind of gotta fight for your life outside of jail too because it's like
or like own
he said he's not going to go into witness protection, all of that stuff. Just
anyway,
I mean, yeah, like you got a big ass 6ix9ine on your head, like unless they like. Take it off, which is still gonna like be
right. I feel like
I don't think you can remove all of that. So
no.
I think and that people are giving him money still to this day. Like he's still getting deals and like people are like picking up the rights to his like Netflix special. Like it's like come on, like the story is so crazy that media can't help but run with it. But it's like, bro, we kind of need to let that kid go.
We're gonna stop talking about this though.
Yeah,
we want to cut Tekashi out of 2020, though that's not going to happen. But maybe we won't hear about him for a while. Maybe he just lay low in prison. Let's talk about A$AP Rocky. He had a year.
Oh my God, did he?
He had a year.
This man got arrested in Sweden.
Yeah, he did get arrested in Sweden. Donald Trump tried to negotiate his release, then was upset that A$AP Rocky did not thank him.
What? Why wouldn't he thank him?
I felt kind of bad. Like, I didn't actually, but do you know how A$AP Rocky. Yeah. A$AP has come out before and he's been like, oh, like, I don't talk about, like, Black Lives Matter and all that shit because, like, I can't relate. Like, that's not my life. I'm, like, in Calabasas. So I was like, yeah, well, you know, everyone was like, I'm not in Sweden, so I can't relate.
Yeah, they really just, like, kind of left him out to dry. Like, okay, all right, so you didn't have one for us?
Yeah.
Do your thing, Rocky. Enjoy Sweden jail.
Lesson learned. I'm sure he was fine.
Did you see the pictures of the food that, like, he was eating?
No.
It was like Swedish food, and they were like, oh, my God, it's such, like, extreme conditions that he's, like, living in. It's just like, bro, Sweden jails look like hotels.
I
was
like, it's not the worst place to get locked
A$AP
up.
Rocky standards, I can see how that's like subpar.
Because he isn't in the hood. He's in Calabasas.
He's in Calabasas. He's from Calabasas too. A Marriott. Oh my God.
Did you? Oh wait, right. We watched it together. We watched A$AP Rocky sex tape at a bar the other night together.
Yeah, it was wild. It was like, I like that the dude looking over your shoulder. Did you see him?
No.
He was He's really judging you.
I was like, I remember when I had watched it previously on my own and then I showed it to you. But I found the link. I was like in public and I opened it because I'm like, this is actually going to be the sex tape. It's going to be something talking about the sex tape, which is, you know what I'm saying? That's usually the case. I opened it and it's dead ass the sex tape. And I'm like on the subway and I'm like, oh my God, all these people are going to think I'm watching a sex tape. And I was like, because I am watching a sex tape.
So, MTA cops, do your job and crack down on the creeps of the subway. Like Margaret.
Speaking of creep shit, let's talk about Lizzo's butt cheeks.
Let's not.
You know what I'm talking about? Did you think it was that serious?
I didn't
think it was that serious either. I was like,
I think it was a lot of fat phobia.
Yeah, I do too, honestly.
Yeah, because firstly, I like to say Lizzo is great.
I love Lizzo, yeah.
But she came to that Lakers game with an agenda. But,
and it worked. Look at it. Everyone's talking about her shit. Like, good for her. Because it wasn't that serious. If y'all didn't hate fat people, no one would even be talking about this. It would have just been another, that Lizzo, and we would have moved on, you know?
Not going to lie, though. On the other hand, I think anybody that wearing that specific outfit would have gotten a lot of ridiculous attention. Probably. Even if it was like, let's say it was a supermodel with just the butt cut out.
Yeah. And hygienically, I was like, girl, I don't know why you're sitting on those seats.
Like, it's just...
Fair.
Like, that, on the other hand, like I was saying, just having someone show up, that's not a normal shirt. Like, that's different.
But why did no one notice when she was walking in?
They noticed when she was walking in. But more so when she was there and twerking.
Facts.
I mean, that's kind of the most obvious point of it.
No, that's facts. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. I don't think they could stop her. Like, her outfit wasn't too outrageous to be like, yeah, you can't come in with this. Like, it was just...
Really? With your butt out? Yeah.
I mean, she still had pants, like underwear and like stockings on.
All right, yeah.
And that's what every single basketball cheerleader looks like. So
that's actually facts as fuck. Yeah, the people saying like, "Oh, it's a family event." It was like whatever. Like it's
again, there's cheerleaders at every basketball game.
It just wasn't that serious.
Yeah.
And if your kids are at a public thing, they're gonna see people wearing like whatever they want. I don't think they have like a dress code for stadiums and stuff like that.
No.
Yeah. Almost as controversial as Lizzo's butt cheeks this year and happening around the same time, impeachment. Donald Trump was impeached. He became the third sitting president to be impeached.
How could y'all do that to him? What did he do?
What didn't he do? Man's is crazy. Like.
All right, so his impeachment got a vote of 229 yeas and 187 nays. Mm-hmm. 187 nays being mostly the Republicans because they all voted nay.
Right. 2 Democrats.
Yeah, 2 Democrats also voted nay for whatever reason. And
some people voted like undecided. I never even remember how to say it. Tulsi Gabbard, which is one of the Democratic.
She couldn't make up her mind.
She was undecided.
She doesn't like Trump or not.
She couldn't decide if she wanted to.
Listen, I have a really deep, dark place in my heart where I hate undecided voters. Like, when it comes to the point of, like, the actual election moment is like, you have to have decided by now, bro. Like, no one in the world is this indecisive. It's like, you either want to grab him by the pussy or you don't. Like it's like, come on, bro.
I feel you.
Pick. Just a pick. Yeah. But, yes.
So, what do you think? Do you think it was wise of them to impeach?
Yes.
Yes.
But also, like, I have such mixed feelings on this.
Know.
Because it's like, I think it was a wise decision to impeach because he clearly, like, doesn't deserve the position he's at. Mm-hmm. And, like, you should get rid of him. But also, like, the reason that I'm so on the fence about it is because of our system being that broken. It's like, we can get up to this point, but it's like the next level and actually getting him out is like
impossible.
Damn near impossible.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, like, are we just doing shit for shits and giggles now? Or like, do we want to create a system that actually works and like change some things? So
yeah. And do you think so? Some people were saying like, oh well, they do it because they're doing it now because like it still kind of like messes up his legacy and it like casts a bad light on him as he's going for re-election. Other people say that they think it would just embolden his base.
I am one of those other people because his base is going to be, like I said, Trump supporters are only going to dive in deeper now. Mm-hmm. Like, they're definitely going to get out to the polls and like they're definitely going to vote in the upcoming election, having him not be impeached or whatever. Right. And the other part of it is just that like now, like we just set this precedent that like no matter what you do, if this man isn't impeached, it's like, what does it take for someone to get impeached? That's
probably why it was important. Yeah.
No, yeah, and it's true. Like people count on this like as a small victory. Like, yeah, we actually impeached him, but
yeah,
if it doesn't matter, does it matter?
I know. Yeah, I want to think it does, but I don't know.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about all this though was the people that came out like, oh, some of y'all don't remember 8th grade government. You don't know that impeachment don't mean that he's not removed. I'm like, okay, yeah, like. Whoever posted something like that, you probably just learned that like within this news cycle. Do you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of us had known that. So those of us who were alive and remember Clinton,
yes,
like
exactly.
we know being impeached doesn't mean like. So I don't know what like this thing, this like superiority. Like if you have to tell people how much you know, you probably just learned that shit. That's all. That's how I felt about those.
That's probably facts.
Like,
but like I'm just a pessimist about this whole situation, to be honest, and I'm just like, okay,
yeah,
now what?
Right.
So we'll see in our 2020 wrap up.
Yeah, how that all went.
Far
Stay tuned for next year. Talking about government overthrow, if you will. Storm Area 51.
Yeah,
that movement. That was something that people semi-united behind. By semi-united, I mean like what, a couple of 20 people. Showed up to Storm Area 51.
I like how Storm Area 51 was created by one person, and then he saw it go too far and was just like, can we not? But like this became this whole trend, and people in the Black Collective actually tried to storm Area 51.
I remember that video.
But
we'll
they
put a link.
Forgot to buy airfare.
I'm sure that was the case with a lot of other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so,
what was the arm thing? What was that about?
Naruto running?
I don't know.
All right, so there's a thing called Naruto. All right, we're just gonna explain that later.
How you explain everything to me in the most simplistic way. What is Naruto? You know what? We don't have time.
All right, we have a little bit of time. All right, you know anime?
Yeah.
Okay, there's an anime called Naruto.
Okay.
It's about
ninjas. Does he run like that?
Yes.
Okay.
That's it. All right, done. Solved. Okay, what's next?
I have 4 questions, but we're gonna move on. GretaThornburg made headlines. She was a 16-year-old. Is she 15? No, she was 16.
She's 16 when she won a Person of the Year.
Yeah. All right, for being a really successful climate activist. What I like about Greta is that I think she does a good job of like using her position of privilege as being like a young white woman, and she kind of also directs attention to climate activists of color. I like that a lot about her.
Yeah, she's great. Like whatever her parents are doing, keep doing it because they're doing a great job.
She's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
I love when she changed her Twitter bio based on what Trump said, like that she was an angry young person who should see like a good old fashioned movie with a friend or something.
And she's like, yep, a young person seeing a good old fashioned movie with a friend.
Yeah.
The fact that Trump bullies 16-year-olds should be reason number 1 for impeachment. I hope they bring that up in the trials. He bullied the Person of the Year.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's honestly doing great things, and I hope that she leads the youth to do more things like her.
Yeah.
It's really awesome.
Yeah. So what else happened this year?
One final thing.
Yeah.
Is that Epstein didn't kill himself.
All right. Okay. Thank you for that commentary. All right.
That's it.
No.
Yep.
But let's talk about real quick. We're gonna do a little. Oh, I don't want to say shout out. We talked about this last time.
We did talk about this.
Yeah. Do you say shout out when you're talking about people who passed?
I like shout out.
Shout out to homies that ain't with us anymore. No, like what do you like?
You say rest in peace.
Rest in peace to
Nipsey Hussle.
Nipsey Hussle, Juice WRLD,
John Witherspoon.
Yeah, John Singleton,
Elijah Cummings.
and Grumpy Cat. That one hurt.
That one was the one that makes Margaret the most sad out of the
Oh,
list that
that's
we
like my
just
white
read.
half, right?
Yes.
I'm like animals. No, I'm kidding. A lot of those made me very sad. A lot of like very young / very important people to the culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fact.
but-
So we're going to this 2020.
So-
rest in peace to those guys.
yeah.
And Margaret.
I now gonna re-ask the question. In between takes, you yelled at me for not properly preparing him for how to have a conversation, which involves someone asking you a question and you responding with your opinion.
So at
I
this
allowed
moment-
him to prep. I allowed him to prep for conversation this time. You know, as most people have to do. Yule.
Yes.
If you had to sum up this year in one word or phrase, what would it be?
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable?
Bye. We'll see you
Wait,
guys.
I have a question for Margaret too.
Bruh.
In 2020, coming up this year, what is your resolution?
To be on time.
That is a fucking lie. And this is Can We Talk About It?